Hello dear friends, welcome to the Erny game-changing inventory management application. Today we bring to you the gold version, which of course builds on the classic and premium versions that we released some weeks back. The Erny game-changing inventory management application resolves all the inefficiencies experienced with the manual inventory system. This gold version brings to light more interfaces to take your business to the next level. So very quickly, we see what we have for you in this gold version. Right here, we have our various interfaces, which we're going to see in a moment. And of course, our powerful dashboard and executive summary that we have right here, which we should come back to it in a bit. So very quickly, let's go to products and see what we have in there. And right there, we have some products that we have already keyed in just to save some time, but we'll show you how we do just one. So we can add maybe stabilizers, which version? Let's say digital and maybe small. So immediately we key that, we have the product ID generated here, which permits us to pick going forward. So we go to purchases and we can have, say, today's date, and we just pick from the drop down menu. So stabilizers, which we have just created, and for instance, say we bought 10 at 20,000 francs, and we have the purchase cost right there. We go back to our home page every time. We need to go back to our home page, and of course we can now be able to sell. We already have some items which we have sold already, and say today we will sell stabilizers that we just bought, and we pick from the drop down. We indicate the selling and of course the price at which we are selling, and definitely we have the revenue that we generated from that sale right there. We also go back to our home page, and now we can see what we have. Maybe we have an expense that we have incurred. So expenses, maybe on same day we paid payment for insurance, and it goes under the big category insurance. So immediately we type insurance and we select it, the big category would come this way, and of course we can indicate the amount, maybe 50,000. Of course that also picks it and drops it here. If we have another expense element that is already in these categories here, it will just populate itself right here. For instance, purchase of internet. We already have internet. Let's say communication, airtime. Let's put that under utilities. Even if it is under, let's put that under utilities. I will say 5,000. So we notice that under utilities, it changes automatically to 70,000. And we can go back now to our home page, and we can see our inventory, what it holds for us. So of course, all the various items which we have transacted with, we have the items that have been purchased, we have the items that have been sold. So for instance, we're looking at stabilizer that we just did today. We bought 10, we sold 7, and of course the sales revenue that we generated was 175,000, and the sales velocity is at 70%. That's not bad. We can push it upward, and of course the inventory item is at 3. We observe that there are some elements that are highlighted red. Those are elements that have gone below the 10% threshold of our inventory. So that highlight indicates that we need to do some restocking. And of course the average cost price, we have them right here, which permits us to establish our cost of sales and definitely our inventory value right here. And we could now go back on our list interface. We just have a list of products that we have. Stabilizer we just created, it's right there, and it's a digital version. Of course it's a small one. We already have some categories of small elements, and right there we have a list of expense categories that we have incurred. And back to our home page, and now we can see our reports interface. The only thing we modify here, just to indicate that our inventory interface, everything is auto populated, so we need not do any exercise there. Everything is auto populated. So back to our report interface, we just need to modify the month, for instance February, and the year. We just pick from the drop down. So let's go back to February 2024, and once you pick the date, the month and the year, you have everything pre-populated as per data that have been imputed with transactions on a daily basis. So right here we have a start date, end date. So this year we observe that it was a leap year. That's why we have 29 days in that month. And of course the total number of Saturdays are 4, total number of Sundays are equally 4. And if we scroll right down, we have the various days right here, and it ends at 29, and we have 2 days where the month has already ended. So it shows end of month because February we had just 29 days. And let's now just pick November, where we have data imputed. So once we pick November, we have the start date and the end date, the total number of days, and if you go right down there, we'll see we have now 30th of November, and then 31st shows end of month. And right here we have our highest sale of the day. Of course, we have our lowest sale of the day. It's showing 0 because there are some days which we have not sold. Here we have our average sales. Here we have our total purchases, highest purchases for a day, and our highest expenses for a day. And right here we can see a graphical representation of our expenses, our sales. First of all, a graphical representation of our sales, and you can see that around the 11, 12, we have some significant sales right there on the 12, 3 million something, and that also gives us the element here. So on this report sheet, we have sales in quantity, sales in value, purchases in quantity, purchases in value, and of course expenses. And back to our home page, now we can see, of course, our executive summary right here, where we have our items bought, items sold, total stock items, the total revenue generated, cost of sales, total expenses, and of course our net profit, stock value, and the number of products which we are dealing in. And right here we can have expense composition to see which expense is driving our business. Definitely we see transport at 54%, and insurance that we just paid is at 1%. And right here we have our top selling products. We see that Epson printer is doing very well, followed by Apple phones, that's doing exceptionally well. And in terms of top selling articles, we see distributors are really doing well, and they are really driving the business in terms of articles that are selling the most. So you have them right there. And of course we have here our top inventory items, wherein we see Dell laptops, Nokia phones, and ACs that constitute some significant elements of our inventory. And at the bottom right here we have our lowest selling products, which is just the opposite of our top selling products. We have them right there. We can see Asus tablets not doing so well, stabilizers as well not contributing so much into our total revenue in terms of value. And again, our lowest selling articles, we actually see them again, Asus tablets and Hitachi AC. So those are indicators for us to use in decision making. And right here we have top sales velocity products. So we see Samsung phone, Dell laptop, Apple phone with very high sales turnover. And so in a nutshell, that's a gold version for you, assisting you to take your business to the next level. Right here we have our contacts if you want to do business with us. Thank you very much for watching, and God bless you.